So if you can introduce yourself, what you're doing during the 80s.
My name is Elisa Phillips, and in the 80s, I worked for the San Francisco Sheriff's Department as a deputy sheriff, and I was assigned to the work furlough program. And that's a program where I went into the jails and recruited people who were sentenced to misdemeanor offenses. I went in and actually took them out of the county jail and put them in a separate housing area called the work furlough program.
So if you kind of talk more about that, what that program was about.
Well, that program allowed individuals to serve their county jail sentence and also enter employment. They could get a job. They could look for employment. We have what we call a job search program, or they could also finish their education if they did not have a high school diploma.
And how often do these programs work out? Just the eye test, how often did you see these programs help?
Well, I developed some of the programs, some of the outreach programs. The job search program was fairly successful because we also included drug treatment programs as part of our program, and the educational program I thought was very successful because a lot of people did not have a high school diploma and they did not graduate from high school. We also had a large number of people in our program that could not really tell time on a rotary clock. So we were there, trying to make certain that they had all the tools to be successful. But during that time, that was also a time when it was the crack epidemic in San Francisco. So we had a lot of restrictions on who we could take into the program and who we could allow into the program, and also how that impacted people in the African American community. One of the restrictions was that we could not allow anyone into the program that had a conviction for sales of crack cocaine, and especially quantity, a large amount of crack cocaine. So that pretty much eliminated a large number of African Americans who lived in the Bayview area and also in the Tenderloin area. You could also get a conviction for a felony conviction if you had as much as one tiny rock. I mean, I'm doing like a tiny rock, one or two tiny rocks. That was enough to convict you for sales of crack cocaine.
Okay, and then also, hold on, let me get my questions do I have?
Well, I can talk a lot about comparisons also because we did have some people in our program who were convicted of a DUI. And we literally had people who were convicted of a manslaughter DUI where there was a death involved, and they were able to get into work furlough. But some people who had a conviction for sales of crack cocaine, and I mean it could have been 2 rocks or 3 rocks, a small amount, they could not get into the program.
Wow. Yeah, So can you talk about how more of how you dealt with, I don't know,